Do like Robin, Fendi flip flops, I'm styling. Like Robin, Fendi flip flops, I'm styling. Like Batman.
2K TV here with Anthony Davis. In your intro press conference to the Lakers, you said that you hopped right on 2K when you signed, or you got traded, and you threw a virtual lob from LeBron to yourself. I want to know, how many times do you think that happened in real life this season?
Oh, I just saw a stat the other day that like 100.
Let's be your Portland Trail Blazers. At point, 6 feet 1 inches, number 10, Michael Conley. At the other guard position, at 6 foot 3 inches, number 24, Norman Powell. At the power forward position, standing 6 foot 8, number 12, Tobias Harris. At the center position, 7 feet, number 21, Hassan Whiteside. At the other forward position, standing 6 foot 8, number 34, Paul George. The head coach for your home team is Terry Scott. Once again, your Portland Trail Blazers.
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, when LaMarcus Aldridge left the Blazers for San Antonio in 2015, most expected a rebuild in Portland. But Blazers GM Neil Olshey said there was never going to be any bottoming out. There was development. We brought in quality, undervalued players, and they've begun to thrive in our system and our culture. Kevin, they have reason to be proud in Portland.
Indeed, there is. Thanks, David. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Powell.
And his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better over his last 10 games. He looks so much more comfortable from beyond. There's no doubt he's got the green light to let it fly whenever the shot's there for him.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. They've got Vucevic, C.J. McCollum out there with Zach LaVine. Then there's Gallinari, and it's Davis in at the power forward position. And for the Trailblazers, they've got Harris, Conley out there with Norman Powell. Then there's Whiteside, and it's George in at the 3. Chris, you look at the grind of a regular season. Adam Silver seems open to fewer games or even fewer minutes per game. What do you think of that?
This is one that I'm not with, Kevin. You know, in my day, you had guys play 82 games. And let's go back to the days of Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. They were playing in shoes that basically were socks, and they didn't have tape, and they didn't have all the things that we're privy to in the medical industry. So I think we should keep it at 82 games and minutes the same, because it keeps a full context of sports where you can talk about Harden versus or Westbrook versus a Big O. It keeps the argument in the same place. I think fewer games, fewer minutes starts to change the dynamics and the expectations of what players can do. I don't mind changing and adding tournaments, letting guys get more rest, but I think the number of games in the minutes of the game has to stay 48 minutes, has to stay 82 games.
Very interesting. LaVine, good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Looking comfortable in the pick and roll action. LaVine just taking what he sees in these sets.
Harris, and that one is good.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
LaVine, the bounce pass. Gallinari surveying the D. And it's blocked by Whiteside. Here's Harris, and Davis sends it back. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. McCollum with the ball, picked up by Harris. Here's Davis, drains it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, Kevin, great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
Now, here is George. Last game out, we saw him pour in 42.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Levine. Davis inside. Whiteside's there. And it's Davis missing. Here's Conley. Nice D from Levine.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Offline with his three. For Portland, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's Harris. No good. Shot missing. Now the Nuggets take it the other way.
Just 1 for 5 from the field now. I mean, they've come out flat. They need to pick up the energy.
Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
That's just unreal concentration from Levine, accepting the hit and finding a way to work through it.
Well, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
Well, Zach LaVine possesses a speed, Chris, and a burst that makes him a very tough matchup.
Yeah, and he has a great first step. I mean, when he's trying to beat a defender off the bounce, you can't let him get an edge to the hoop. He'll flush it on your head 9 times out of 10. I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
A three from McCollum, and that one falls coming off of Davis's feed.
This is who McCollum is, someone who's ready to fire as soon as the ball touches his hands.
Conley finds Powell. Outside Conley. Will it go? Rebound by the Nuggets. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Cullen passes to Davis. Outside Levine. Over Conley. And that one hits back iron.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
Powell against Levine. Powell kicks to Conley. George, that's a two-pointer. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
I love the awareness. Conley is adept at reading the defense and realizing when his guys are uncovered.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Stolen by Conley. Passes it to George. And he banks in the layup. George has got his second bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Davis, and finished off by Davis.
Capable of doing many things well. Levine has a good sense of when his guys are open.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far. And now a moment to see the stats for Conley. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's putting up about 14 points a night, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in a tight game. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
And Davis, here we go. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam. And we were talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words, Greg, what he is able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable. And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
For 3, Levine, another 3 for Denver.
He's finding some good shots early on. And what you like about it, he's not trying to do too much.
Powell kicks to George. That one, no good. Great D that time from Davis.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Pass to Levine. Back to Davis. Gallinari outside. 5 on the clock. And it's blocked by Whiteside. But they recover it. Trailblazers trail by 7. Harris dishes to George. Pass to Powell. Back to George. And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
Now here's Levine. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Memphis. Gallinari on the wing. He's covered by Whiteside. And so George will bring it up for Portland. 7-point differential. Whiteside, the pass to George. Levine against Conley. Harris inside the line. Rebound collected by Levine.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And the pass to Davis. Powell against Gallinari. Kick out to Levine. Back to Vucevic. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. And the Nuggets lead by 9. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Passes it to Powell. Out to Harris. Pass to Conley. Portland moving the ball around. Powell for 3. Drills it from outside. Powell's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Trailblazers. Levine against Conley. Levine can't hit.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Out left to the wing. From deep. Rebound by the Nuggets. Davis has got his 5th rebound in this one.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Gallinari inside the 3-point line. Can't nail the jumper.
It's time for him to start looking for other options. They can't let him keep shooting. His touch is gone.
And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Timeout. Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. And Denver decides to take their first time out here. And looking at the numbers for Whiteside the last few years, Greg, it seems like his production has come back down a bit.
And for a minute, Whiteside looked like he could be a dominant center, but he struggled since his great 2017 season. Shot selection has been hurting, and sometimes it feels like he is in his own way as a player.
So for the Trailblazers, Sharch checked in for Harris. Caldwell Pope comes in for Norman Powell, and it's Dragic in for Mike Conley. And then for Denver, Kenneth Faried's checked in for Vucevic, and Bahamute comes in for Gallinari. Lou Williams is subbed in for McCullough, and it goes down 2 points. 10 points for Zach LaVine.
And LaVine is going to make you pay from there. You got to guard him closer than that.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to show you the teams leading the league in assists this season. The Nuggets in second.
And you know, when your team has a lot of assists, it's testimony to the unselfishness, the patience, the ball movement, the player movement. They have shown all of that.
Davis kicks to LaVine. Got a piece of it.
And Caldwell Pope just has unreal timing on defense. If you put up something soft, he's going to send it back.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Knocks down the three ball.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
Dragic looking for an opening. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Fareed, and that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. And the Nuggets lead by 7. Portland's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Whiteside finds Dragic. Back to Whiteside. Outside Dragic. Connects from three-point range.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Williams passes to Davis. A minute 50 left in the first quarter. Saric against Levine. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
All heart from Caldwell Pope there, using every ounce of strength to muscle that shot in.
Williams against Caldwell Pope. To the middle. Here's Fareed. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. The Nuggets have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. And he knocks down the first one. Pau Gasol is checked in for Whiteside. And then for Denver. Vucevic checked in for Davis. Alinari comes in for Mbamute. And McCollum subbed in for Levine. That one misses.
And 6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts. Last season making the Western Conference Final.
Yeah, GA, and he was rewarded with a multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level.
Denver leading by 3. Alinari on the wing, defended by George. Williams against Saric. And again, Denver no good.
Oh, I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
Outside Gasol. Caldwell Pope dishes to Dragic. Back to Caldwell Pope. Lets the 3 fly. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Caldwell Pope's got 5 now.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Williams passes to Vucevic. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
I mean, you can see the D just a little slow getting to the bucket. I mean, he'll make you pay for that.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for 1 more.
Well, the scrawny strength, the skinny strength of Caldwell Pope catches defenders by surprise. So good at getting fouled and still finding a way to bury the shot.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. One second left. The shot, no good. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me in my darkest days. I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine. So.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Well, I love the ball movement so far, G.A. Everything clicking at the offensive end.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Denver, Luke Mbamute out there with Kenneth Faried. Then it's Williams. Then there's McCollum, and it's Vucevic in at the 5 down low. Now here's McCollum. Paul George unable to get his shot to go.
And he hasn't been able to do much damage outside the three-point line. Just one triple for him in the game, and that was back in the first quarter.
That one drops for him.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
McCollum outside. Pass to Vucevic. Over Gasol. The Nuggets with another miss. Trailblazers leading by 3. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won 6th Man of the Year for the 3rd time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. Now, here's George, following the miss by C.J. McCollum.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, and Greg, they've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and that helps account for their lead.
Now here's Williams. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Memphis.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. I mean, he kept everybody else in the loop. His passing was tremendous.
And Portland has possession. Following the miss by Kenneth Faried. Gasol's shot is good.
There's no reason you should leave someone open around Sark. I mean, that's just asking for trouble.
Down low, here's Vucevic, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic, an offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
And the first one drops. And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves. Terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros. A response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
And both free throws good for Vucevic.
Oh, he's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, it frees him up to be as aggressive as he wants in the post.
McCollum against Caldwell Pope. Here's Dragic. And it's Denver with the rebound. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And here's McCollum for 3. And another miss by Denver.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
Dragic finds George. From the arc. And another 3 for Portland.
His energy level has never dropped in this game. I mean, he's working his tail off. And the D struggling to keep up.
McCollum against Caldwell Pope. Now here's McCollum. Tight defense on him. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
star at a mid-major. Shout out to all the mid-major colleges. Lehigh University, C.J. McCollum wasn't that blue chip prospect, but he sure worked his way to the top.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Maxi Kleba, he's checked in for Sharich. Tobias Harris comes in for George. And it's Powell in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Four-year player at Lehigh, McCollum earned his degree in journalism.
Yeah, he had to beg his parents to switch from a business major, but now he's putting his degree to use. He already interviewed the commissioner. Man, keep playing. He's trying to come for my job, Kevin. When his playing days are done, though, I'm sure he'll be looking to try to take my job and yours and continue on that path.
Here's Kleba. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Kleba's got the lead up to 11 now for Portland.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Smith outside. There's the pass to Fareed. Shoots over Dragic. The shot's good from Fareed. Fareed's got 5 now.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Harris. Mbamute pulls it in.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and gotten the perfect position to alter the shot. No, look, when the D will give it to you, that's where you want your shots coming from. Arm's length from the bucket.
And it's Harris off the drive. And Portland again with the bucket.
He keeps that mid-range jump shot alive. I love seeing Harris utilize this area of the floor.
Now, here's Vucevic. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Memphis.
Yeah, and his offense fueled him on D2. He was more than a handful on that end, piling up the steals.
And here's McCollum for 3. In it goes. That's his 3rd bucket. He's missed 5 so far.
He's a volume 3-point shooter. McCollum looks to take this shot often for this very reason.
Powell kicks to Dragic. It's Powell on the wing, covered by Smith. Powell, the pass to Kleba, 5 to shoot. Here's Dragic. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
And he's not going to pass up that one. And trust me, he shouldn't. He's solid from that in-between there.
And here's Mbamute. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Powell against McCollum. Fareed dishes to McCollum. This one for 3. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last.
And we get a chance to check out the numbers for C.J. McCollum. Averaging 22 points per, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
It's stolen by Smith. To the middle. Here is Mbamute. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Mbamute has got his first bucket of the night. Now a timeout called by Portland. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
What a duel that was. Exciting all the way to the end. Really a shame someone had to walk away with an L.
Yeah, it was a coin flip game. Both teams had chances to win. They pushed them as far as overtime. They ran out of gas.
A different look now for Portland. Whiteside comes in for Pau Gasol. And it's Conley in for Maxi Kleber. And then for Denver, Davis is checked in for Reed. Alinari comes in for Mba'amoute. And Levine subbed in for Smith.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Passes it to McCollum. And Vucevic kicks to Levine. It's good from long range. Levine's got 13. Most teams now look to run early and often, Chris. And there are some keys to finding success, aren't there, in the transition game?
Yeah, and the first key is you run fast and you speed up the pace, but that doesn't mean you hurry and take a hurried shot. Pacing and speed is all about getting it past half court to see if the defense is set, and if they're not, to take advantage. But it's a two-step process. And for teams that just run all crazy or willy-nilly, like my grandfather used to say, well, you're not going to do anything but play fast and bad.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Trailblazers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
The first one falls. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. The Nuggets trail by 6. Alinari with it. 11 points for him in that last game against Memphis. Lets it go from the wing. Again, the Nuggets score.
Well, they'll take that, but they got to find a better shot than that on their next trip.
Rockets the pass to Whiteside. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Vucevic.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
Good on the triple.
What a beautiful shot by Tobias Harris. I mean, he's getting very consistent from there. Now, it's just a matter of getting better and better.
Now here's Levine. 13 points in the game. Davis kicks to Levine. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Davis has got his 3rd assist on the night.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
Conley against Levine. Just 5 to shoot. There's Dragic with the 3, and another 3 for Portland.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
McCollum against Conley. To the inside. Vucevic. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Vucevic has got 8.
Oh, and McCullough is a strong combo guard. Excels at whipping the ball over to his teammates.
Conley up top. He's guarded by McCollum. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Vucevic. And I think we'd agree, Chris, one of the great players never to make an all-star team. What a career for Mike Conley.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right. And let me give you the other name. That's Rod Strickland. But to Mike Conley's credit, it's always been the team goals that's mattered to him most. I mean, he wants to realize every bit of his potential, but beyond that, he wants to win a title.
Sharge checked in for Goran Dragic. Good on the second free throw.
And Kevin, just look at the career of Mike Conley. I mean, early on, looking over his shoulder, felt his spot was up for grabs, and then a chip on his shoulder, trying to get that star recognition. Well, through it all, he stayed in the lab and kept working.
And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul. Pass to McCollum. Back to Vucevic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. They get Hassan Whiteside. And throughout his career, Mike Conley, all class and professionalism.
Yeah, Kevin, and when you say he does it the right way, I mean, he won the Joe Dumars Trophy for sportsmanship twice. And like Joe, he's still as competitive as they come.
Free throw drops for Vucevic. The shoe culture becoming a bigger part of the game. Signature shoes, custom shoes, collections. PJ Tucker with over 4,000 pairs of shoes. See, Webb, are you a collector?
I love it, and it's all because of the Jordan phenomenon, what Michael Jordan did for the game, not just with the shoe, but what he did for the game and making it be so cool in the culture. I got to give my boys in Michigan, I got to give us a little credit, too, with what we did there. But the shoe game has definitely become something that's just crazy out of control. I love it, but no, yeah, I'm a little bit of a collector.
And here's Gallinari. Michael Conley getting his 3 to go. Saric against Gallinari. Shot clock at 6. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. The fadeaway, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Anthony Davis. And so Conley will bring the ball up for Portland. Harris with it. Now defended by Levine. Harris against Levine. Outside Conley. Over McCollum. And Portland again with the bucket.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him now.
Levine finds McCollum. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Gallinari outside. Here's Davis. And too long on the shot.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
We go now to the 2K leaderboard to find out who the top three-point shooters have been since the All-Star break. 4th, C.J. McCollum.
And instead of wearing down as the season's progressed, his legs really seem to have gotten stronger, and so has his three-point shooting.
That one falls for Mike Conley.
Well, finally, he's getting himself to the line. He's gotten much more aggressive as the game is going on.
For the Trailblazers, Paul George is checked in for Tobias Harris, and it's Caldwell Pope in for Norman Powell. And Conley drops them both.
Well, Kevin, that's just the veteran leadership Conley gives this team. I mean, it's tremendous, isn't it? An effective two-way player with a high basketball IQ.
Now, here is Gallinari. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Saric dishes to Conley. He kicks it to Whiteside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his first personal foul.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line.
And free throw shooting, not necessarily one of his strong suits, only about 70% on the season.
He doesn't get the second one. The Nuggets trail by 11. Pass to Gallinari. Levine against Conley. Doubled by Conley. Now, here is Gallinari. He's covered closely. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Gallinari's got 4 this quarter. Trailblazers leading by 9. George looking over the floor. Offline from the top of the key. McCollum outside. Off target from three-point range. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Contavious, you've been able to produce easily and efficiently.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He had 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Shaq, how do you think the Trailblazers were playing?
Well, they're getting higher percentage looks, good game planning. The ball is moving around. Guys aren't pulling the trigger at the first thing they see. They're definitely staying disciplined. That's a big part of what has them having the lead at the halftime.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Denver?
Well, I think they could be way more physical than they have been in the first half. Their defense gave up way too many easy looks, and that kind of defense will turn to a loss any night.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
Here we go now. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You look at Zach LaVine. He's really been playing well.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
The Nuggets trail by 9. Whiteside is out there with Harris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Conley. And it's Powell in at the 2 spot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. A lot of player ejections in the playoffs last year. In fact, the highest in 3 decades. Seems like tensions, yes, with the officials are still escalating.
Well, yeah, the relationship between the players and the referees, you know, it's always an ongoing process, and it's definitely getting better. But last year we had the highest number of new referees in the history of the NBA. And so you're going to have a growing pains when you have younger guys and understanding the culture of the league. But I like the way that we're going, and some of those rejections were warranted. Some of them weren't. I just look at that year as, that just happened. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to hold players and referees accountable to last season. I think we need a little bit more context before we make a decision on player ejections and flagrants and things like that. Just a little more research. His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Now, here's Whiteside. Here's Harris. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Conley against LaVine. Outside, Davis. Denver passing it around. That one goes in. 11 points for C.J. McCollum.
Ooh, what body control from McCollum. This guy's just a scorer. He takes on all comers.
The pass to George. Lets it go with a 3. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Well, it was just a mystery what the defense was doing there. You never want to give him that much space outside the 3-point line.
Now here's LaVine. McCollum right side. Shoots over Powell. Off the left rim and out.
I don't know if it's been the main factor, but this off night has definitely been one factor here.
It's stolen by Davis. LaVine against Conley. LaVine passes to McCollum. Shoots it up. Wide open shot is on the money. McCollum's got 13 points.
And McCollum has a perfect shooting form. A beautiful hierarchy shot that looks good every time he releases.
Inside. That's good for George on the assist from Conley. Conley's got 6 assists here tonight.
He does all the little things. I mean, he does the big things. He's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
Now here's McCollum. 13 points in the game. Powell pulls it in.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Powell with it. He's guarded by McCollum. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
The Trailblazers have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them. The free throw drops for Powell. The Nuggets trail by 11. Levine deciding where to go with it. And then Levine with the jam.
Got to give Levine some love. Many of the dunks he pulls off are just flat out nasty.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Trailblazers. They can look forward to San Francisco after this game and a matchup against Golden State. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Now here's Powell. He's got 9. Conley kicks to Powell. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 7th assist in the game.
He's such a dependable facilitator. Conley knows it's his responsibility to share the wealth with his guys.
Vucevic with the bucket.
Oh, you have to appreciate the ball moving and the commitment to getting a high percentage look.
Levine against Conley. To the paint, here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
Now, here's Vucevic. 12 points for him. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
And let's take a look at Danilo Gallinari's numbers. This last month, he has been a real positive for this team. 12th in free throw percentage, and he's among the top 20 players in three-point field goal percentage. He has been locked and loaded from beyond.
And he deserves credit for knocking down such a high percentage of his free throws. It's not a glamour part of the game, but incredibly important nonetheless.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Oh, Kevin, the coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy buckets like this, GA. As hot as he's been, it still has to be him who leads the charge and helps turn this game around.
They double-team Conley. Here's Gasol. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Vucevic.
And the long arms of Gasol wreaking havoc on the D. They don't know what to do with him when he's going up with a shot like that.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. That free throw, no good.
And over the years, Gasol has proven himself to be a valuable teammate. Someone guys love to be around. A guy that plays well with just about anybody.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Dragic is checked in. So he comes up empty at the line. And along with the association, we've seen the growth of the G League, the WNBA, the 2K League. Chris, which of those have you followed the most?
Well, first let me say I should have been drafted by the 2K League because I'm really nice. Matter of fact, anybody listening to the sound of my voice, I will beat you in the game that I'm talking on right now. But secondly,
I know you will.
I love the WNBA, from Lisa Leslie to Cheryl Swoops to my girl Candace Parker. Are you kidding me? The skill set of these ladies, oh, they have game. And I can't say I follow one the most because even the G League and their all-star game I follow. Right now it's a great time for hoops, and all 3 of these leagues I'm in.
There's the 3. No good on that one. And Denver the other way now. Here's Levine, and the jam by Levine.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Well, I mean, anyone can tell they've ramped up the intensity. I mean, they're more assertive, and especially at the offensive.
They double-team Conley to the middle. Dragic, that's in there. Conley with the assist. 10 points for Goran Dragic.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
Oh, man, so unselfish. He's doing a great job creating for others and making pinpoint passes.
For Denver, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. No good on that one. Sharich checked in for the Trailblazers. Caldwell Pope comes in for Michael Conley. And the second free throw, good. Trailblazers leading by 7. Gallinari with the steal. And here's the fast break. Gallinari leading the way. The Nuggets with another miss. For Portland, they've gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Caldwell Pope against Davis. And it's good for 2. And that's 13 points for Kentavious Caldwell Pope.
And there's no real answer for Caldwell Pope in pick and roll sets. He can beat you with the shot outside or his quickness inside.
And here's Gallinari outside.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3. When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
The Trailblazers have made 9 free throws in the game, 14 attempts. Whiteside's checked in for the Trailblazers. And then for Denver, Fareed's checked in for Vucevic. Lou Williams is subbed in for CJ McCollum. Here's Williams. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Williams has got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, sweet move there, taking the defender off the dribble and then just cruising in for the layup.
Rockets the pass to Caldwell Pope. Now Whiteside to the left wing. There's Dragic with the 3. Drains the three-pointer. Dragic has got 13 points.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
From deep, Gallinari. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got 6 assists now in the game. And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for Portland. Inside, stolen by Levine. And now Gallinari pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. Fourth, the Nuggets.
I mean, they've gotten a little more aggressive defensively. You can become a more confident team on that end, and so much of it, I think, has to do with forcing turnovers and creating offense.
That free throw good from Gallinari. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
That's what they want to see from him, attacking, getting whistles, and maybe causing some foul trouble.
Here's George. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. This is his second trip to the free throw line. First free throw is good. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Powell's checked in. Denver also making some changes. Vucevic checked in for Davis. And Bahamute comes in for Gallinari. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Zach LaVine. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. The Nuggets trail by 9. Here's Smith. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Goran Dragic.
That's the tenacity of Smith. He's willing to get nasty inside, especially when he earns these type of fouls.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Smith hits them both. Now Dragic, he's got 13. Kicks to George, passes it to Powell, knocks it loose. And here comes Smith leading the fast break. And it's sent back by George. Down low. And the dunk by Powell.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Denver calls timeout. Paul George really making a difference here.
He's running wild. They had to call a timeout just to take away at least some of his momentum.
The Nuggets trail by 9. To the inside, Fareed, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Paul George. Since the All-Star break, he has been superb, getting around 24 points per, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. But to have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
That's good from Fareed. And he can't hit the second. Portland leading by 8. Outside Dragic. Floats one, and he sinks the layup. Dragic has got 15 points. Denver's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Here's Smith. Fareed trying to get open. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
We all know Smith is not shy about letting it fly. We're going straight into the D and picking up the foul.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. And he makes the first.
Now, we know this guy Smith is one of the most fearless shooters in the game. I don't know if he's ever seen a shot he didn't like.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Hard work on the boards. A lot of competition for that one, but he's got the length to be the first one, too.
Out of bounds, Portland takes possession.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Nikola Vucevic. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. 4th in steals. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And back to what you said, top 5 in steals this year. Quick hands and great anticipation. Now here's Šarić. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. J.R. Smith picks one up.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The first free throw is good. Big group substitution here for Denver. And Anthony Davis is checked in for Vucevic. Alinari comes in for Kenneth Fareed. Zach LaVine's checked in for Mbamute. And it's C.J. McCollum in for J.R. Smith. So he gets them both. And here are the Nuggets now. Outside, LaVine. Pass to McCollum. Fires for three. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got his 7th assist here tonight.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Now here's Dragic. He's got 15. And Davis pulls it down. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Nuggets. Trailing here by 8. Count that one. Gallinari's got 10 points in the quarter.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Dragic finds Whiteside. Saric outside. George up top. George double-teamed. Just 5 on the clock. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Saric passes to Powell. Over McCollum. Portland no good that time either. The Nuggets trail by 6. Here's Davis. Portland grabs the miss. Saric has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Williams against Dragic. And here's George for 3. Denver grabs the miss.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Williams for 3. They get it again. Pass to Gallinari. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Outside, George. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And the technical free throw is good.
Well, I just like the all-around game Sark possesses. I mean, it translates well this day and age. He's a big man who can do it all. Score, pass, rebound, defend. He's tough.
Outside, Dragic. To the paint. Here's Saric. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got his 6th assist on the night. Williams kicks to Levine. The feed to Davis. Over Whiteside. Saric grabs the board. Saric has got his 7th rebound here tonight. He gets it in there. And it's a 9-point Trailblazer lead.
Look at that, Kevin. I mean, the penetrating skills on display. The mobility of Sark. So difficult to defend against.
The pass to McCollum. Lets it go with a 3. Portland grabs the miss. Saric has got rebound number 8 now on the night. George way outside. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. He has really delivered at the offensive end. He's torched them for 24 points so far. We come back right after this. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Taking a look at the Nuggets, we've got C.J. McCollum, Zach Levine is out there with Gallinari. And there's Davis, and it's Williams at the 1.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
Oh, I do too, Greg. You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
No fear trying his luck inside. You know he has hops.
First one falls for him.
I mean, and when you think of Levine, I mean, his dunking ability comes to mind. I mean, he's proven to be an elite poster maker.
He's off on the second.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Outside Conley. And George, here we go. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Gallinari inside the three-point line. Can't hit that one. And it's Portland the other way. They've led by as many as 14 points. Powell, the pass to Harris. Fade away. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him tonight.
Outside Williams. Shot clock at 5. Some solid defense from Harris. Trailblazers leading by 10. Conley dishes to Saric. And it's Conley penetrating. Count the basket. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 11 assists.
Putting his athleticism to perfect use, Conley is an absolute animal when he's on the drive.
Denver calls timeout.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, I like the chess match that's going on here. Each team trying to find and exploit the favorable matchup on the floor.
Fareed's checked in for the Nuggets. And Bahamute comes in for C.J. McCollum. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch what Mike Malone said to his team. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said, we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
The shot by Saric, no good. The Nuggets trail by 10. Lobs it up for Levine, and Levine throws it down.
Go get it, young man. Go get it. Levine's so fun to watch on these alley-oops.
They double-team Conley. Powell against Williams. Back to Powell. Some solid defense from Fareed.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been easy lay.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. And that'll be his third foul so far. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Pass to Powell. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
And Levine. Oh, wow!
Nice.
Here's Conley. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Harris, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
And look how committed Harris is when he's sprinting to the hoop. Not many defenders are going to want to get in his way when he's that intense.
Now here's Fareed. That one misses for the Nuggets. Vucevic, he's checked in for Davis. Gallinari comes in for Mbamute. And McCollum subbed in for Zach LaVine. And he sinks the second. And Portland has possession. They've led by as many as 14 points. Pass to Powell. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Powell against McCollum. Back to Williams. Gallinari outside, just 5 on the clock. A three-pointer, no good.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Oh, man, did you see him close that gap? What a great job. He made the shooter feel uncomfortable.
Now here is Harris. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, you look at Tobias Harris. I mean, it's remarkable the way he's improved. His confidence from three-point range, a huge part of it.
Well, you look at Harris's long-range shooting. Nothing special, Chris, through the first 6 years of his career. But then he turned it around.
Well, Kevin, you know he had laser eye surgery in the summer of 2017. And after that, his shooting improved dramatically. Man, I got to go get surgery now. And anyway, maybe he should be a spokesperson based on how well it worked out for him.
That's good from Harris.
I mean, you look at the all-around game of Harris, he's even been good from the free throw line.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. There's one of the most versatile scorers in the game, Tobias Harris. He had some great teachers, too, including Hall of Famer George the Iceman Gervin.
Yeah, well, check this out, Kevin. His father was Gervin's agent late in his career. I mean, from age 10, Tobias got to train at Gervin's facility every summer. And they still work out to this day. That's a real one. Harris learning from a great how to get buckets.
Now here's McCollum. Outside Williams. Pass to Vucevic. And the shot is long. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Portland. They're leading by 8. Conley with it. Williams picks him up. Conley gets the bucket.
You have to be aware of where Conley is at all times, especially when he's in the paint.
Denver's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. McCollum against Conley. Now here's McCollum. He's guarded closely. Portland grabs the miss. Outside Conley. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
He's just a multi-talented player. I mean, for a big man, Saric really dishes it well.
Williams kicks to Fareed. They get a hand on it, and it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession. Whiteside's checked in for Portland. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Dean comes in for Williams. On defense, Portland, a 12-point game. And here's Gallinari outside. Denver gets it back, and slam dunk by Vucevic.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Vucevic with the block. Leaps for it, and out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. The Nuggets trail by 10. And here's McCollum. Shoots over Powell, and good, he nails it.
And McCullough is fantastic in running the screen and roll. He knows how to use the pick to get space to shoot.
Inside, and the jam by Whiteside.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
Loads it up for Davis, and Davis throws it down.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
There's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Whiteside, high post. Vucevic on him. Whiteside finds George. His three-pointers off the mark. The Nuggets trail by 8. On the wing, Levine, defended by George. Down low. And it's Vucevic. That time on the assist by Levine.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And the talk in their huddle is going to be about taking care of the basketball. I mean, their turnover numbers are terrible.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Michael Conley.
And he's been the man running the show for them, and boy, has he done a great job. He's up in the double digits in assists, and more than a few of those have been of the spectacular variety. For them to be successful, his passing has to be a key component, and tonight it was on display.
Trailblazers leading by 6. It's George on the wing. That's in there. Conley with the assist. And that's now 28 points for Paul George.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
And it's George finishing it off.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Now here's McCollum. To the middle. Here's Vucevic. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Vucevic has got 6 in the quarter. Portland's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Conley. Lays it up off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
He had to battle through some tough shooting problems in the first half. I mean, give him credit. It's been much easier for him in the second.
Levine, and the shot goes in. Levine's got 15 points here in the second half.
And the wily strength of Levine. I mean, he does a great job fending off the defense on the way up.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for Trailblazers, Paul George. At the line for 2.
And the first one drops. Second free throw, no good. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for Denver. Here's McCollum. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 5 assists in the game.
And he can score in a number of ways. I mean, he can burn you. He's an offensive powerhouse. Inside, outside, off the screen, off the curl, the pop back, the layup, the dunk, the three. You name it.
Now here's Whiteside. He dishes it to George. Gets the three-pointer to fall. George has got 10 points in the quarter.
It's been a clinical performance. He's played a huge role and has them in position to grab the W.
Levine, good.
And shots like this one, it gets Levine going. I mean, he loves showing off that big boy muscle on these contact finishes.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Harris passes to George. But they'll get another chance. Top of the key, Conley. Clock at 6. Tries again. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 15 here tonight. Out to Gallinari from downtown. They get it back. Davis inside, guarded by Harris, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. They get Hassan Whiteside. The first one, and that narrows the gap to 7. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
They'll take it, even with the miss. Anything they can do to cut into the lead.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Oh, exactly. Give it to the guy with the hot hand as long as you can. Let him try to close this out.
Now here's Levine. It's Davis on the wing. Gallinari outside. And here's McCollum for 3. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's Levine against Conley. Vucevic with the block, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic. Here's George. Shot clock at 6. Banked in off the glass. George has got 36.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Trailblazers.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win.
And they're going to bring this season series to an end with a very nice victory here today. These teams spent a lot of time on the floor together this year.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for George.
I mean, he had a plan for how to attack the D. He executed and never let up. Relentless offensive basketball.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Whiteside. Sharch comes in for Harris. Alonzo Trier's checked in for George. And it's Simons in for Mike Conley.
Yeah, you'd like to convert them all, but that should still be enough to secure the win. And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Left side, Sharch. Good D by McCollum. Fires the 3. Good on the three-point shot. 6 seconds left in the game. And so it's Portland winning this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll
He used to run with a. He used to. Now he a good boy. Used to be flashback, digital dash. Go on a run if it. If they tryna. Now he a good boy. Used to be flashback, digital dash. He used to run with a. He used to. Now he a good boy. Used to be flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash. 9 times out of 10, he gon'. Let's not pretend. Look, everybody starts as a kid with a pure heart. Then they turn to him. Papa, mama, all the know is traumatized, freedom jeopardized. He just wanna win. What's a smile when you? He ain't tryna go in it. 5 years later, all that is just a flashback, digital dash. He used to run with a. He used to. Now he a good boy. Used to be flashback, digital dash. Go on a run if it's. If they tryna. Now he a good boy. Used to be flashback, digital dash. He used to run with a. He used to. Now he a good boy. Used to be digital dash, flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash. Aware of the feelings inside, I'm feeling defeat and feeling the streets.